All right, guys, we got another show all lined up. So hopefully you guys are all vocally warmed up, spiritually warmed up, mentally, physically. We're ready. We got a great show. We got a lot of people watching this one. We're auditioning you for a big TV series. I'm not going to tell you what the TV series is yet, but we have a lot of special celebrity guests watching. So here we go. Let's get us rolling, Ella.
Roll sound.
Cedric? All right, cut. You guys, you got to do this right. Come on, the first thing. Here we go. Pay attention. Ready? Ella, get us rolling.
Roll sound.
Sound speed.
Camera A set.
Camera B set.
Camera C set.
Scene one, take one, mark.
Cue video.
Video cued.
And action. Have a great show. We'll see you soon.
She took the museum online, took everything inside, and gave it a home.
It was like a rebirth of the museum.
She did countless hours of research, built timelines, gave context on the history of Black families in Plano.
She is, wow. The world needs to just look after her.
Zara is only 17 years old. She is half Black, half Pakistani, and 100% indigenous.
All of us old people were sitting around, unlock the door, open the physical.
All right, we're back.
It opened up the doors of
the video going, Dom. You got 2 videos going, so keep it going. Might as well do it. So that's Zara. Zara was playing. Let's finish it, and I will explain what just happened. So we were playing 2 videos at once. That's fine, but go ahead and play it, and I'll explain it. Welcome back to BSA Live, guys.
Yes.
Cue video, Dom.
Okay.
Was on the court.
Yes, I love basketball. It was my life. Everything revolved around basketball.
She had it laid out.
Entire life was centered around that.
She'd play college, then professionally, then September of 2017 happened.
Upset is not even the word that I felt. I felt much more than upset.
Like a part of her died. The crash that would reset her course. The injuries to her head, back, and kidneys made basketball almost impossible.
She was beyond crushed. Like it was rock bottom.
The once socially and physically active teenager retreated to her bedroom for months, for many months.
She probably was in her room for easily 14 hours at a time.
Just when you thought she'd lost all sense of self, the opposite happened.
Rocking chair. Rocking chair. Feels pretty good.
Eleanor Stimson Evans remembers volunteering here at Plano's African American Museum, in the center of the Douglas community.
Because I enjoyed being here. I really did.
Her family was one of the first Black families to settle in Plano. A part of her died too, when the museum itself became history, and long before the pandemic.
It makes me mad every time I drive by.
Rare stories and artifacts remained locked behind doors, waiting for someone with a key, an idea.
I have been working on this project for about 9 months.
During the pandemic?
Yes.
In her room of 4 walls, Sarah took her passion for writing, her need to find herself and her roots, and went to work. She took the museum online, took everything inside, and gave it a home.
It was like a rebirth of the museum.
She did countless hours of research, built timelines, gave context on the history of Black families in Plano.
She is, wow. The world needs to just look out for her.
Zara is only 17 years old. She is half Black, half Pakistani, and 100% ingenious.
All of us old people were sitting around wanting to unlock the door, open the physical door. She's opened up the doors of the imagination of what's in there to everybody now.
She unlocked history. This is a story about finding your identity, your roots.
At some level, she's received some closure on what she always kind of asked about.
Every moment is a shot at revealing who we are. Zara just had to go outside the lines to see it. In Plano, I'm Jobin Paniker.
All right, so we were playing both those videos in the opening. She is my newest student. She is now 18. She is an aspiring actress. She's a public spokesperson. She's creating amazing templates and software for museums and various other ways to categorize and to basically keep history alive digitally. She's an amazing girl. She's going to be coming to our class next month, but I just wanted to introduce her publicly. That was on ABC. She's already doing great things. I want to inspire you guys to do your own shows, to build your own projects, to think outside of the box, to be somebody uniquely you. And that's today's motivation. We're going to do some poems today. We're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about poetry. We're going to talk about what it takes, what Shakespeare's subtext is, and why you guys need to write your own pieces, perform, and direct like Avery is one of my graduate students. Say hi, Avery. That's Avery Davis. He took my acting class and then he took my director's class, and now he's in college taking directing, and he's already producing his own shows. So that's what I want all you guys to do. Ryker, say hi, Ryker. Ryker's up for a really big role. We don't know what it is, but we know it's really big. So he's on a veil right now. Congratulations to Ryker, another graduate of BSA. Holden, his brother, say hi, Holden. Holden is also
Hello.
a graduate of BSA, but he's currently in 2021. So he's in his master's program, like we like to say. So happy to have you do our second season. We have Zack, say hi, Zack, in the cowboy hat. He just turned his camera off on me, but his mother was my student. And then he became one of my first students that I actually put on a set, and we built a big Hollywood movie set for him. And he was 5 or 6 years old, and now he's singing music, and he's an actor as well. We've got Big Play Ray from the NFL. What team did you play for?
Saints.
Saints. And when was your last season?
That was 2007.
Okay, not that long ago, but yeah, professional football player. He understands the game, will work really hard, and it pays off. So we're working with him. He's fairly new to the school. And of course, our stage director, we got Dom. What's up, Big Dom?
Not much, just living the dream.
Yes, you are. We created the show for you, Dom's Corner. Hopefully you're booking some guests on there.
Yes, I'm going to have hopefully soon. I still have to work out the things. I'm going to try to get Ryker and Holden, work out a day for that, do a bunch of other fun stuff. And I don't know, we're going to make it happen. It's still inside the making, but.
Yeah, it's basically like the David Letterman of this generation, when David first started in my generation, actually before my generation. And then, of course, Ella Grace. Ella Grace was in 2020. She graduated, came over to 2021, and now she's up for a really, really big top-level agent. I'm trying to get her to sign on the dotted line any day here. How's that going, Ella?
It's going good. I've been pretty busy out of town, but we're working on it.
Yeah, so she's going to close that deal and then start auditioning for Disney and Nickelodeon. So you guys might see her on some pretty big shows over there on Disney. So we'll keep you in our prayers that you go off and do really, really well. She's just a bright, shiny star, as you all are. Cedric's back. Welcome back. He's got multiple names. I don't know each time I call him a different name, but I'll go by your stage name here, Cedric Silver. Mr. Silver, how are you, sir?
Doing good, thank you.
Good. I like your wardrobe. I think you're going to use it for your character tonight.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, perfect. And then let's introduce our guest, Dr. Anderson. What's up, Mr. Joseph Anderson? How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing well. Good things are happening.
Yeah, so you were one of my students back at Van Mar many, many years ago.
Yeah.
And then you went off and grew up and became a film writer, producer, actor, and a preacher.
Yep.
So you have a couple books, Punk to Pastor. You want to tell us a little bit about what feature we're working on?
Well, the screenplay we're working on now is actually adapted from the book I wrote. I spent about a decade writing the book. And then we wrote this, Monty and I wrote the screenplay. And so now we hook back up to tighten up the screenplay and get it out in the movie theaters. Also have a television program that airs 13 times a week. It's a 90-minute show. And so it airs up here in Central Coast, California.
Sounds good. That's by what, Pismo, or where you at?
Yeah, I'm in Pismo Beach. And my program airs from Pismo Beach down to Santa Barbara. It goes to about, I don't know, maybe 1 million houses, something like that. Not too much, but.
So tell us what you do. You volunteered to do, how you actually hold some of the homeless and you preach to them and you feed them and you're not scared of any diseases or them hurting you. Can you explain a little bit of how you were called to your ministry?
Well, I was homeless for 7 years myself. So when I gave my life to Christ, one of the first things I did was just go out to the street and start feeding people and just kind of giving back, you know, where I came from. And then one day we were we were feeding. I was in Jacksonville, Florida, feeding people, and 150 people showed up, and I had enough food for about maybe 70 or 80 people. I had some loaves of bread and bologna and cheese and a couple things of Kool-Aid, and people just kept coming in line, kept coming in line, kept coming in line, and I'm just making one sandwich after another and giving it to people, giving them juice. And I should have ran out of food, like about 80 people, but the food kept multiplying, you know. And that day, at the end of that time, one last guy came up, and I was out of food. I mean, we fed 150 people with 4 loaves of bread, and he came up and he's like, "I'm so hungry." I had put everything up, put it in the garbage bag or in the plastic brown paper sack, was fixing to leave. And he came up, he's like, "I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten in 3-4 days." And I'm like, "Bro, I have nothing for you, man." And he's like, "Can you just reach your hand in that brown paper sack and see if you can get something out?" I'm like, "Look, I have nothing, but I'll do it." And I reached my hand in and pulled a sandwich out. And so when I did that, I was like, okay, this thing's real, you know. And so I've seen a lot of miracles on the street. I've seen blind eyes open. I've seen lame people walk. I've seen drug addicts get delivered and set free. And so I felt like that was my calling. So I ended up opening a homeless shelter and actually moved in with the people. And we all got up at 4 a.m. and we had Bible study and prayer. And then everybody went to work. And then we'd meet back at the house about 4 o'clock. And I had a manager there that cooked for everybody. And we'd hang out and, you know, take people to church, get them off of drugs. And then ended up starting a church outside as a result of feeding people outside. And that did real well. And then we moved from Florida to Tennessee and started the church there. And one day I was sitting in my office and I got a phone call from this preacher out here in California, which is down the road from where I live now. And he wanted me to come speak in his church for 3 days. And so I went to his church, and the power of God hit his church so hard that the people wouldn't leave. And the 3-day meeting turned into 40 days straight. And then that lasted 9 months. And so after that, we ended up going back to Tennessee, selling everything and moving out here. And so, we were in Hollywood, and I was writing on my book at the Starbucks on Gower and Sunset Boulevard. And this movie director was sitting in the Starbucks. His name was Norman Thaddeus Vane. He directed and wrote the movie Frightmare, which was about a coffin that was a flying coffin that killed people. And he asked me what I was writing. I told him I was writing a book. And he asked if he could read it. And I'm like, "Look, I got my book on Starbucks napkins and paper towels and pieces of paper here and there. It's really not ready to read." And he said, "I really want to read it." So I gave him my book, which was I was writing on a Starbucks napkin at that time. And so I gave him my book and he read it. And he called me up. He said, "Let's meet." So we met a week later. And he told me, he said, "You have 2 movies and a television series in this book." He says, "I'm going to send you to the Van Mar Academy of Motion Picture and Television Acting. You're going to talk with Ivan Markota, and he's going to get you on your way." So I said, "Okay." So that's when I ended up there at the school, and I met you and Adrian and Ivan. And I didn't tell anybody I was a preacher. And so I remember the night I was in class with you, and I was doing the thing where I was in the truck, and the Lord spoke to me, and I was almost wrecked the truck. And then Ivan had come into class that Wednesday night, and you were like, "He never comes into class, you know." And so Ivan said, he called me out. He says, "You're a preacher." And I just couldn't believe that he said that, you know. I was like, "My God, how does he know I'm a preacher?" So I was quite stunned for words. And then Ivan's like, "Does anyone have a Bible here?" And Orlando, sitting in the back, he says, "I've got my Bible." So Ivan said, "Give him the Bible." And So he gave me the Bible, and I said, let me hear some words. So that's when I preached to everybody. And from then on, we became family, and here we are.
Yep. And then he's got a book that we're producing, a movie, which is called Punk to Pastor. And we're really excited. And guess what, guys? The reason I let him tell you that long version of the story is because I want you guys to understand every situation, when you meet people, you don't know where your life is going or why you're in that situation. So let this be a lesson. Just show up and say yes. Show up and say yes and see what the results are later. And in that, you might have a story to write your book and produce your movie. So you guys, remember, have a big heart, open heart, help people. It may be your calling and you don't know who you're helping, because when we're actors, we're high profile. So we get in front of microphones and cameras all the time. Let's utilize it to do good with it. So when you get a chance to be on microphone, I'm not saying go preach, but try to be inspiring to somebody listening that might not have the blessings that you have at that moment. All right. So this is Doc Anderson. He's a dear friend. He's a fellow student, a former student of mine. And Kevin, I'm sure you know Doc Anderson as well. You went to school with him as well. So that's Mr. Kevin Gallagher. All right, guys, we're going to get into one of the clips, and then we're going to go into our performance night, and then we're going to do some poems at the end so we can work on our emotional connection. And eventually, by the end of the month, I want you guys battling like Eminem. We're going to go head to head, and you guys are going to battle your poems. All right. So you're all writing right now, and we're going to go over some of your writings at the end of class. With that being said, let's show my little before and afternoon movies. When I was working my way up as an actor, I was doing all these little reality stints to get to know industry directors and producers. And this was one of my I'm
just going to go ahead and roll the clip because he's glitched out.
He's frozen. Welcome back to Before and Afternoon Movie on USA. I'm Henry, and today we're helping our buddy Tony get ready for a Memorial Day barbecue. Now we're about to fire up the grill, but first, designer Susan Duvall has an idea of how we can serve our hot dogs in more than just a bun. I don't know what that means, Susan. What are you talking about?
Well, that means dressing up this old card table and giving it a little punch.
Deal, let's get to work.
All right. Basically built a simple wooden frame, and we're going to attach Doug fir planks, little nails. We're in business.
Nice job, Tony. We got all the materials from the Home Depot. They have the best tools and supplies for all your projects. Okay, well, this looks terrific. I love it, but how do people know it's for hot dogs?
I cooked you up a little something.
Cooked up a little something.
Reclaimed barn wood, little paint, 10 cents a hot dog.
Tony, what do you think of this? It's a completely new spin. Are you into it?
I love it. Very patriotic. The 10 cents, I'm going to lose my shirt.
Nice. All right, now listen, the one thing that this is definitely missing is the hot dogs. So when we come back, we're grilling it up. See you soon for more Before and Afternoon Movie on USA.
We know what you're thinking.
Guess Tony, get ready for his big backyard barbecue bash for Memorial Day. It's time to fire up the grill, my favorite part of the party. And here to help us out, Barbecue Johnny. Johnny, what's on the menu, buddy?
Henry, Tony, you guys ever heard of a turducken before?
Yeah, I have. I'm from the South. It's a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken.
Well, I've got my own version of it today. It's called the turdoggin.
Oh, is that a turkey stuffed with a dog?
No. Basically what we do is we cut the turkey up, stuff it in the all beef frank, and then wrap it up with the pastrami.
All right, let's get to it. We're grilling up these monster dogs on an awesome Charm Glow barbecue from the Home Depot. The Home Depot has an amazing collection of barbecues and grills to help take your summer celebration to the next level. Barbecue Johnny, I can't wait anymore, man. Can we have him or what?
Of course.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's for real, isn't it?
Real good.
Barbecue Johnny, you are awesome, man. Thanks for stopping by. When we come back, we're going to show you a tasty summer drink that's as refreshing as it is patriotic. Stick around for more Before and Afternoon Movie on USA. Welcome back to Before and Afternoon Movie on USA. I'm Henry, and today we're helping our buddy Tony get ready for Memorial Day by setting up a new spin on the classic barbecue. Now, we just enjoyed some treats off the grill, and I am thirsty. Barbecue Johnny, what you got for us?
Well, today we're going to make American flag lemonade.
Nice. How are we doing that?
We're going to take traditional lemonade. That'll be the white stripes.
We've added blueberry puree to regular lemonade to make the blue. And then we'll blend strawberries with our lemonade to make the red.
All right, let's get started. I see it. The American flag, red, white, and blue. Tony, what do you think, man? You think your guests will get a kick out of this?
I think they're going to love it.
Nice. Well, I think we'll love it if we taste it. Can we have some?
Of course.
Nice. I love the strawberry. Tony, how do you like it?
Certainly adds a patriotic flavor.
I'll make the jokes, bro. Why don't you kick back and enjoy the rest of your movie? When we come back, Tony's guests will be here to enjoy the summer celebration when Before and Afternoon Movie continues on USA.
The 40.
Welcome back to Before and Afternoon Movie on USA. I'm Henry, and we've spent the whole day helping Tony get ready for the Great American Memorial Day Barbecue. Well, I know your friends will be here any second, and I know some of them have kids, so hopefully they'll enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Come on in, you guys.
Hey!
Hey, happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
So, what do you think of the backyard?
It looks great. It's fantastic.
Well, we made the dogs. What's this called? It's called
The turducken.
Wow.
Actually really good.
Right? Yeah, man, hook one up.
There you go. And then we also made this nice backyard fence into a hot dog stand.
Wow.
And over here we have the American flag, which is our lemonade in multiple colors.
Can we try some?
Lemonade.
Yeah, absolutely. Who wants what?
I'd love a strawberry.
Now remember, you can get all of our tips from today's show at usanetwork.com, and you can get a whole lot more of me if you come back next time for another movie, another transformation, and a whole lot of hot dogging, right here on Before and Afternoon Movie on USA.
Well, I won't be able to.
All right, we're back. So that was a nice little gig for USA. That's what it was. And I ended up doing a lot of work for USA. I did a lot of work for the History Channel, for TLC, for MTV. All this stuff was intertwined because they all kind of work together. So once I got one, I started to get another and another and another. So don't say no to work, right? Just make sure it doesn't cross your moral standards. But if it works within, I didn't know what I was going to do. And it was a lot of improv. We didn't have a script or anything. So you just kind of played off the other actors. He went off to become a really big working actor, a really big actor. And he's, to this day, he still remembers me and he offers me gigs all the time. So the networking, that's the next thing I want you guys to pay attention to, is get to know people in the industry. They'll just call you without an audition and just give you the part. I did not audition for that. They just gave it to me. Great money, great exposure. It played for, I think, 6 hours on USA because we played before the commercial and after the commercial. And that's why we kept going back and forth, back and forth. It was called Before and After Noon Movies, just play on words. So each job I got led to the next, to the next, to the next. So you guys just start working, just start somewhere. And I'm encouraging you, make your own projects like Doc's doing and go off to work. Okay, so that's our introduction. We're gonna go into work. Who's got work? I know Ella's got work and I'm gonna let her go first because she's gotta jump off. Holden is working with Cedric. Big Play Ray is actually doing stand-up comedy. That's a big slice you're taking there. Zack is playing music, right? You're gonna do a performance piece for our show. We've got a TV show on the air right now. It's Nashville's Next Best of Three, and Zack is going to audition for that show. So hopefully he'll get on that show like American Idol, and maybe he'll be one of the contestants. He's actually auditioning today. Avery's he's one of our graduates, is doing a monologue. And Ryker, are you doing anything?
Doing a scene.
And Ryker's doing a scene with who?
Holden. I'm gonna have him read with me. It's one is like last week.
So that's the play. It's half. We've already used half the hour up in introductions just to get you guys motivated. I'm going to read you a little piece that I wrote of my poetry. Okay, so listen closely. It's a riddle. The mountain is my stage. The sun is my spotlight. The wind is my audience, and the waves are my applause. What am I? What am I? Anybody know?
An actor?
No. That's great. That's close.
Boy, can you say it again, please?
The mountain is my stage. The sun is my spotlight. The wind is my audience. And the waves are my applause. What am I?
Stage.
Good guess. Anybody else?
Are you a tree?
What's that?
Are you a tree?
What was the first thing? The man?
Nope.
What about a cloud?
I'm going to say like a bungee jumper, like a parasailer.
Okay, here we go. See, art is interpretive. You guys are all have your own interpretation.
Sailboat.
Here you go. I'm going to give you the answer.
You're Tony.
What?
You are Tony. That's what you are.
Okay, here we go. The mountain is my stage. The sun is my spotlight. The wind is my audience. The waves are my applause. What am I? I'm alive. I'm alive.
Wow.
I'm alive. All right, so that's my poem. You guys are going to share yours after our work. Ella Grace, you're in the spotlight. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Well, I was just planning on to do my poem. jump off early. I'm a little worn out from camp.
No excuses. Remember, we don't complain or explain. Do your work. Do your work.
My poem?
Yes, ma'am. Both of
Okay.
them. Both of them. With passion, with emotion.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Ella Grace.
Autumn leaves falling, cooler weather is calling. Hot cocoa keeping me cozy, my cheeks becoming rosy. This all sounds like a ball. I can't wait for fall.
Love it. So that's where every line rhymes. Now the second piece that we're doing is every other line rhymes. And do that piece for us.
Playing in the sun on a beautiful day sure sounds like fun in every way. The sunflowers have grown so very tall, not a cloud in the sky, not one at all. Although the heat is blazing and my skin is burned, the summer's been so amazing, so much has been learned. I've had a blast, especially in the ocean. It's gone so fast, like a whirlwind motion.
Okay, and so you just wrote that. You finished it up today in your private class. Now, what was the character we wanted you to bring to this last piece? We're going to bring emotion and backstory and all the 16 steps. Who's your character you're going to be?
This was based off of Elle Wood's graduation speech in Legally Blonde.
Okay, so now bring more Legally Blonde to this. You're a Harvard graduate. You're doing the valedictorian speech and deliver.
Playing in the sun on a beautiful day sure sounds like fun in every way. The sunflowers have grown so very tall, not a cloud in the sky, not one at all. Although the heat is blazing and my skin is burned, this summer has been so amazing and so much has been learned. I've had a blast, especially in the ocean. It's gone so fast, like a whirlwind motion.
Yay, Ella Grace. All right, back to group view. All right, Kevin Gallagher, one of our coaches today. Any thoughts on her writing and her delivery? Kevin Gallagher in the group view. Kevin? He's on mute, as like every week.
There we go.
What are your thoughts on
Well,
her?
you want me to be on mute when I'm not on camera, right? So, that was lovely. I loved it. It was very picturesque. It conjured up images in my mind, and I really liked it.
Thank you.
There you go. Let's go to Doc Anderson. What are your thoughts on that? Ella, how old are you?
I'm 12.
12 years old, Mr. Anderson. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was very, very well put together there. It was smooth and enjoyable. I liked it a lot. Good job.
So you're a writer as well, right, Doc? You just started writing your story with Monty?
Yes.
And Monty's her sponsor, her godfather.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's Monty's business partner, Doc Anderson, right there.
Yeah, my dad and Monty have known each other since they were like really little kids.
So you never know. You might get booked in this movie because you know some people. A little nepotism doesn't hurt.
How it works.
Yes, sir. All right, Doc, thanks for being here. All right, let's go to our second piece. Let's go Big Play Ray. You ready to do some stand-up? Get your mute off.
Okay.
All right. Let's give it up for Big Play Ray. Have fun. That's all that matters. Only the delivery line, only the punchline matters. Everything setting up, whatever. Just do whatever you want, but hit those last lines, those important deliverable lines, right? All right.
All right, for sure. So I'm gonna do a monologue from Jamie Foxx, and it was on Saturday Night Live, and it's called "How Black Is That?" Right? Okay. So, in a minute. All right. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I'm Big Play Ray. Like New York. Saturday Night Live for sure. Thank you, God. Can I get some a round of applause from New York and Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm black and I'm dressed in black, and it's okay. And guess what? Black is the new white, right? Okay. Black, it's okay, black, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you why black is in style, right? Okay, because the Nets, guess what? The Nets, oh my They moved to Brooklyn. How black is that? Right? They got black jerseys, black court. I mean, how black is that, right? And guess what? Their owner, Jay-Z, he's a rapper. How black is that? And guess what? Jay-Z only owns this part of the team, but guess what? He acts like he owns the whole of New York. How black is that?
Hey, all right, we're gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna give you a couple notes and watch how we tweak it. We're gonna tighten this IKEA furniture. We're gonna tighten it. I want all you guys to have your mics off. So if you feel like laughing, go ahead and laugh, and we're gonna participate with them. So all you guys can turn your mics off. Ray, I need you to line and line and line. Comedy, the basic fundamentals of comedy is line and line and line. So,
Okay.
so obviously I can't do this, but I can help you set it up. But yo, what's up? What's up? My name is Big Play Ray. Yo, what's up? Let me hear you. And then you go into, let me tell you what's up. What's up? You know what's new right now? Black is in. Black is the new white. You know why I said that? I'm black. I'm a lot of chocolate black. Milk chocolate. I look good. Black is back. All right. Let me tell you why this matters. Black is so black. I'll tell you, black is so in back, and black is back now. Man, the New York Jets, right? Where'd they move to? They moved to New York. Black. You even said they had black Gatorade, black field, black this, black. Okay, I'll tell you how black they are. And then you go in and talk about who bought them. Like, who bought them? And he owns like this much? And he acts like he owns the whole team. Come on.
Like you own the whole team, the whole New York.
You gotta be big. You gotta be big. You gotta use your arms. You gotta use everything you got. And this is for you too, Dom. Everything is bigger. Bigger is better in comedy, but definitely line on line. Even if you're stumbling trying to find your lines, as long as you deliver those few lines that are your punchlines, it don't matter. Even Jamie Foxx was stumbling a little bit, you know what I mean? But when he hit them punchlines, he never messed his punchlines up. That's the trick in stand-up. Know your punchline. The rest is just setup. Okay? So try it one more time. Bigger, louder, faster. Don't worry about being perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
Let's hear it for Big Play Ray.
Let's go,
New York, Saturday Night Live. I mean, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens. Guess what? I'm black and I'm dressing all black. And guess what? Black is great. And guess what? Black is the new white.
What you mean? What you mean?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets, they moved to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
How black is that?
Okay.
They got black jerseys. They got black court. I mean, how black is that? Right? And guess what? Their owner, Jay-Z, he's a rapper. And guess what? How black is that? Right? And guess what? He only owned this part of the team. But guess what? He act like he owns the whole of New York. How black is that?
Yeah, big round of applause.
Eyebrow at the end.
Big round of applause. All right, let's go to group view. The hardest thing you can do in the world is stand-up comedy. It is the scariest thing in the world. People would rather jump out of an airplane than do stand-up comedy.
I'd love to jump out of an airplane.
Well, there you go. So you're doing stand-up next, and tell me which is scarier. So it's petrifying. It's so hard, but you just did it. The first one, once you've done the first one, then you go back and you tweak and you work and you rewrite. They're always rewriting. They're checking out the audience. You know, I watched Chris Rock prepare for the Academy Awards stand-up. He wanted to work out, so we went to it was a Laugh Factory. He was just working out there, and he says, "These ain't gonna make the show. Throw it. We didn't get a laugh. This ain't gonna make the show," and they didn't. And the ones that we laughed at made the show. So you got to work with your audience. That's the other player. It takes two for comedy. You and the audience, or you and your scene partner. Okay. So one more time, Big Play Ray.
Again?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I'm glad.
Oh my God, New York. I'm so happy to be here. Saturday Night Live, thank you for having me. You know, New York, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens. Okay. I'm black and I'm dressing black, and black is in. And guess what? It's okay because black is in. And what? Black is the new black.
What you mean?
What I mean? I'm gonna say like Brooklyn, moved to Brooklyn. And guess what? Brooklyn. Why'd you mess me up, Tony? Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna cut.
That was amazing.
When you get nervous, right? What happens when we get nervous? We start saying weird things like, why did I just say that? Brooklyn moved to Brooklyn. That was funny though. Brooklyn moved to Brooklyn. That's what.
It was great.
Brooklyn.
You met the Nets moved to Brooklyn, but you see, when you get ahead of yourself, you start self-talking and you start getting in your head, and you can't get lost in your head. You just need to know your punchline. So what you need is to know your lines better. That's it. So next week you're going to come back and do this one again, but you're going to know those lines inside and out, and watch how much better you're going to be. But you did the hard part. You did it. You got up and you tried it. So big round of applause. I'm really proud of you, because that's scary stuff. Okay. Ella Grace is going to do stand-up comedy. Tell us a knock-knock joke, Ella. Let's put her in the spotlight real quick. Ella's got a knock-knock joke. She's writing her own jokes now. Go for it, Ella.
What is God's favorite food?
What is God's favorite food? Doc Anderson, do you know what God's favorite food is?
Cheetos.
Cheetos? Okay.
No. Anyone else?
Anyone know what God's favorite food is?
Burritos.
Burritos. I love you guys.
Carne
Burritos.
asada.
This is where your improv training comes in. You just say something.
Bread, because he multiplied bread in that one book in the Bible.
There you go.
I mean, that's good, but that's not the answer.
All right. Ella Grace.
Angel food cake. Angel food cake.
That's a good one. I didn't think of that, but that's a great one.
Uh-oh, she might steal your lines, Kevin.
I might steal that.
That's a good guess.
Okay.
Anyways, can I say it?
Yes.
It's holy guacamole.
Holy
Oh my
God. So Ella's working on her joke writing, and so that's good. And she may steal angel cake.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely steal that.
Mine now.
All right, you guys. So
Like
that's
a
what we do.
comedian.
We like to have fun, and in the fun is when we find happy accidents, and in the happy accidents comes our breakthrough. So don't be willing to make mistakes. Be willing to make mistakes, because there is where all the magic is. So Big Ray, awesome, good job. Keep working on it. Come back next week. Let's go back to the group view, and let's get who wants to go up next? Ryker, you want to go up with Holden?
Do we have to? Are we doing poems today, or I mean,
We
I
can
just
do-
made them because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we're doing that last. That's
Got
more
it.
a bonus.
Could I go after? I would like to go over it just before.
So Holden, you and Cedric are going to go now.
Yeah.
So you guys really get yourself emotionally engaged. I know you're doing a scene from Godfather, but I don't want you to try to be Marlon Brando. I don't want you to be the characters you've seen in the movie. I want you to be authentic. So you're going to have to change some of the lines to make it more your age range. Holden,
Let me quickly.
You may not be married, Holden. It might be your sister, right? You need to adapt the line so that we believe you as the audience. Okay. Same thing with you, Cedric. Let's get Cedric in the spotlight.
Tony?
If you could give me a minute to make the corrections, or
that's what
Tony, I have to leave after this performance. So
yeah, so let's go now, Holden. You just go with it. Just use your improv skills.
Will do.
I'll be back in a minute, Tony. I'm gonna run this so I don't mess up.
Okay, no worries. All right, so let's give you guys a beat. Get yourself in character. Remember, Cedric, you don't want to be here. You want to be at the party. Holden, you have to get him. You have to get him to do this. Cedric, he's bothering you. He's a nuisance. And enjoy your food and enjoy your props. And remember what we talked about? Engage in your drinks or whatever. Like, stay active at the party, even though you're in this private room right now. Okay? I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds on your own and take it whenever you're ready. All right? I'm on mute.
America has been good to me. I raised my daughter. I raised my sister in the American fashion. I gave her freedom, but taught her never to dishonor her family. She found a boyfriend, not an Italian, She went to the movies with him, stayed out late. 2 months ago, he took her for a drive with another boyfriend. They made her drink whiskey, and then they tried to take advantage of her. She resisted. She kept her honor. So they beat her like an animal. And when I got to the hospital, her nose was broken, her jaw was shattered and held together by thin wire, and she could not even weep because of the pain. Gracie.
Take your time. Wasting it.
I went to the police like a good American. Those boys were arrested and brought to trial. The judge sentenced them to 3 years in prison. It then suspended the sentence. Suspended sentence. They went free that very day. I stood in the courtroom like a fraud.
Hey, sit down. Sit down. I can handle it. Finish.
Those jerks. They smiled at me. And then I said to my girlfriend, for justice, he must go to the Godfather.
That's a very touching story there. Well, why did you go to the police first? Why didn't you come to me if you needed help?
Because I needed
a friend? Buonasera. Buonasera. We've known each other for how many years now? And yeah, this is the first time that you will come over here to my house. I mean, I can't remember the last time that you invited me over for a cup of coffee, even though my wife and your wife are both friends.
What do you want from me? I'll pay you whatever you want. Just do as I ask.
And what is that exactly, Buonasera? Sorry, that I cannot do. You ask for too much.
I ask for justice.
The court gave you justice.
An eye for an eye.
But your girlfriend is still alive.
Make them suffer. She suffers. How much shall I pay you?
See, but when I said that right there is your problem. I mean, you never think to protect yourself with girlfriends. You just think that it's good enough to be an American. Okay. I mean, in this country, there are courts of law. The police protects you. So, technically speaking, you don't even need a friend like me. Let's just be frank. You never wanted my friendship now, did you? You never asked for friendship or for loyalty in return. You don't even think to call me God. But instead, you come here on the day that my beautiful sister is to be married. And you tell me Don Corleone gives me justice. And you ask me to do what? Murder. For money. Do you not see how this insults my integrity? My honor? Man. Tell me, Buonasera. What have I ever done to you to earn this disrespect?
America has been good to me.
It has been good to me too. I mean, look how far we Italians have come. But if I were you, I would take the coast just the better and the sweet. And I'll tell you why, exactly. Because you see, if you bring your friends, your loyalty over to me, then your enemies become my enemies. And trust me when I say this, that they would fear you too.
Be my friend. Godfather.
Good. And someday, and this day might never come, where I will have to call upon you to do me a service in return. So in the meantime, I suggest that you take this so-called justice, as you call it, as a sign of our friendship being reborn.
Grazie.
Bene. Just to let you know, just because we do this doesn't mean that we are murderers. Despite what this undertaker says to us.
All right, guys, let's give him a big round of applause. Woo-hoo! Let's go to Kevin Gallagher. Turn your mic on for us.
Fire.
Turn your mic on. Holden, take your time coming back. You don't have to come right back. I know you're deep, deep, deep in. Just take your time while you listen. Kevin, any comments?
Excellent. Excellent. I'm very well familiar with that scene, and your interpretation, both of you, was spot on. Excellent. And I saw you do another scene last week, and I was equally impressed with that. Keep up the good work. I'm not even going to critique that.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Dr. Anderson, anything that you want to comment on?
I loved it. Very, very good. Well done. Well done.
How you guys feeling? Let's go with Cedric first. How you feeling right now?
I feel powerful.
Yeah. Did the wardrobe help? That little adjustment and putting a hat and suit on? And the little props? We talked about acting like you're at the party and you broke away from the party for this punk. Did all that help bring the character?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, little tweaks, little tiny things bring so much life. Holden, you ready to talk?
Yeah, I feel an amalgamation of feelings. I feel thankful, I feel relieved, and I feel what's the opposite of loss, or I got hope, I got opposite of despair.
Yeah. When you go deep, do you see when I say when you break out a scene instantly, I'm like, I don't believe you, because you can't break out of this scene that quick.
Oh no.
No, so that's how we know if you're really in or not. If you break the second you go scene, I'm like, oh, this guy was BSing us the whole time. I know what it feels like to be in. I know I've been in.
Yep.
And you don't just snap out of that.
You helped me get in. Thank you.
Yeah. And I need to help you get out. How do we get out of these heavy scenes so that we don't carry it with us through the week?
Yeah. The favorite food, right?
Or something that makes you happy. What's your favorite food? And then we can use other things too.
I like pizza.
All right, so watch them come out of it, guys. What kind of pizza? Talk about your pizza.
Pepperoni, tasty, spicy. Yeah, it's good.
See how he's coming out of it? This is responsible acting. You cannot stay in that character. That's why we get a bad rap sometimes with method, because we go crazy because we like how it feels as a person. We get addicted to this. Not the character, the person. We get addicted to feeling. And it can be really devastating to our life. We have to be very careful. It's a dangerous but powerful approach. Use that tool wisely when you do use it, okay? You guys, let this be a lesson. It plays well to the viewer when you guys commit. And I really enjoyed that. And I'm really proud of you guys. I'm going to retire this scene. You guys are done with this scene. Work on a new scene. I would like you two to work on a scene together. I think you have great chemistry, okay? And they've shared this before publicly, but, you know, and Dom, I'm going to share, you know, we got a couple kids on the spectrum and they're my geniuses, you know. Holden's on the spectrum, Cedric's on the spectrum, Dom's on the spectrum, Avery's sister's on the spectrum. We've got a lot of people that come to BSA. They're the best actors.
It's been nothing but a gift for me.
It is a gift. It's definitely a gift. So don't let your so-called, what people quote as a disability, forget that. Like you said, Holden said, that's a gift. And I see the gift. I see the gift on this stage. So you guys, I'm really proud of you. Hopefully this inspires anybody watching this. If you want to play, come play with us here at BSA. It's a lot of fun. We go deep, but we have a lot of fun too. So speaking of fun, let's give them a big round of applause. We're going to do Zack, have us do a song, and then Avery's going to do a monologue for us. And then Dom's got some work. And I think Ryker and Holden are going to do a piece and we'll wrap it up. Ella,
Tony, I have to leave. So.
You can go, and I know Ella needs to go too because she's on the East Coast. So
yeah, I have to leave. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And we love your hairstyle. It's so cute. So Ella Grace, bye-bye. And Cedric, bye-bye. All right. So now we've got our Hollywood squares, or our Brady Bunch squares. So we'll get Ryker back in. Zack, are you ready to do your audition for Nashville's Next Best of Three, the country version of American Idol?
Yes, sir, I am.
What are you going to play for us tonight, sir?
I'm going to be playing Country Roads Take Me Home by John Denver.
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
And when were you first in my school? Were you 5 or 6?
I'd say when I was about 5 or 6. Yeah, around
It's
then.
almost 10 years now, almost a decade. So you don't have to play the whole song. I don't know how long it is, but we get up 2 minutes or so of the work.
Yeah.
All right, let's put our hands together for Zachariah.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, my earthly stranger to water, dark and dusty, painted on the skies, misty
take some moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
Yeah, Jack. I'm so proud of you. You couldn't even really say hi when I first met you. I would ask your name and you oh my God, you were so shy. And now he's belting out those notes.
Fire.
Oh God, belting them out. Kevin Gallagher, any thoughts? Yep.
Oh well, I was starting to sing a little harmony with them on the refrain. I'm well familiar with that song. No, I liked it, and I don't know if you know this, Tony, but about 25 years ago, I used to sing country music. I was known for it, and I used karaoke software as my background, and I actually got paid to do it a few times.
Wow, I had no idea. Well, you have to do it for our class sometime, Kevin.
I called my act Buck Naked and the Compact Cowboys. And
Kevin Gallagher.
Had a great time. Yeah.
Well, you'll have to perform
with
for us,
the
Kevin.
Black cowboy hat and the shades. Oh yeah.
So
I don't know how to get background music to play for while I sing. If I could find a way to get the background music to play, then I could do all kinds of stuff.
Well, we'll figure that out off camera. But again, we don't want you living up to your band name. Yeah. Definitely come perform for us here. Doc Anderson, real quick, because we're running out of time. What do you think, Doc?
I thought it was wonderful, and it's really nice to see young men sing a song that's been around for a while, and it just shows that, acting and music and being on camera is timeless. Well done.
Good job, Zach. So I'm very proud of you. We're still going to work a little bit on the technical issues, but I look past that. Your commitment to belting out the notes. I'm really happy. And Dom's a musician. So Dom, what are your thoughts?
Definitely amazing job. That was fun to hear. I liked it. The tempo kept good, which is one of the things too, when you're strumming and singing at the same time, you got to be able to hold on to the tempo, and you're definitely good at that every single time you play. And being able to sing and play an instrument too, being able to remember, okay, your hand goes here, my voice has to say this. It's talent, and you got it.
I love it. So we know Dom is a master of the microphone. He's a master of the harmonica. He's plays guitar and sings. He just picked up a little gem. What'd you get there?
I just got a mandolin, and sadly, we might not be able to play today because a string broke, but got a mandolin, brand new.
What would it sound like with a broken string?
And he saves lives.
Yeah, and he saves lives. He's trained to be an EMT. What would it sound like with that broken string?
Well, two of them broke, so we're not going to do that.
It's not a drum. What are you doing?
No, I haven't replaced the string since I got it. I just got it yesterday. So
no worries. All right, I was hoping you were going to play, but oh well. Well, can you play a little harmonica for Doc?
Oh, I got to find my harmonicas.
All right, you find it, and we're gonna get Ryker and Holden up. And Avery, why don't you do your monologue, and then we'll end with Ryker and Holden, and Dom will play us off with the harmonica. Okay, so are you guys ready? Ryker, Holden, you guys ready? We'll put you on the spotlight stage.
Oh,
we going first?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go. And then, I'm sorry, Avery, I'm gonna have you go last. Is that okay? All right, so I'm gonna have Ryker go, and then I'm gonna have Avery, and then Dom's gonna play us off. We're gonna say bye to our guests.
I just need quick confirmation, Ryker, regarding the order of the. I know the first page is just relax, and then the second. What's the first line of the second page?
I don't think so.
Okay, third page.
That's no, it's nothing.
Okay, got it in order. Thank you.
I don't know how to get rid of my self view. Is there any way? Could we go to gallery view for a second? I don't know how to get rid of this.
You can pin someone else on your screen. So like
I have, but I think I have to do that before you spotlight me.
Okay, so here I'll in spotlight.
Could you reset that for a second? Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Do you have somebody pinned?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it working for you?
It oh. No, whatever. It worked for a little bit and then it went back to normal, but we should be all right.
All right. And Holden's just your reader. So Holden, we're not watching Holden, we're watching Ryker. Ryker's auditioning. Here we go. You guys are ready? Everyone settle in. Quiet, please. Mute your mics.
Technical issues, but it's going to be fun.
It's all right. We're going to work through it. We that's why we do improv, to work with these issues. Here we go. And action.
Just relax. Wait, please relax.
I told you, Dad, it was a question of honor. They call me chicken. You know, chicken. I had to go or I would never have been able to face any of those kids again. So I got one of these cars and a boy called Buzz got in the other. And we had to drive real fast and jump before the cars went over the edge of the bluff. I got out okay, but Buzz didn't. He was killed.
Good Lord.
I can't keep it to myself anymore.
Well, just get it off your chest, son.
Oh, that's not what I mean. You're right. I've never done anything right. I've been going around with my head in a sling for years. I don't want to drag you into this, but I don't think I can help it. I don't think I can prove anything by going around pretending I'm tough anymore. So maybe you look like one thing, but you still feel like another.
You're absolutely right.
Are you listening to me? You're involved in this. I want to go to the police and tell them I was mixed up in this thing tonight.
You what? No. No, did you see anyone there? I mean, did they get your license number or anything?
I don't think so.
Well, what about the other boys? Do you think they'll go to the police?
What does that matter?
Why should you be the only one? Look, Jim, far be it from me to tell you what to do, but are you going to preach now? Are you going to have to give a sermon? I'm just explaining what you mean. You can't be an idealist all your life. Nobody thanks you for sticking your neck out. That's right.
Except yourself.
What? Will you wait a minute?
You want me to go?
No. I don't want you to go to the police. There were other people, and why should you be the only one involved?
But I am involved. We are all involved, Mom. A boy was killed. I don't see how we can get out of that by pretending it didn't happen.
You know what you did wrong. That's the main thing, isn't it?
No, that's nothing. That's just nothing. You always told me to tell the truth. You think you can just turn that off?
He's not saying that. He's saying don't volunteer.
Yeah, just tell a little white lie.
You'll learn as you get older, Jim.
I don't want to learn that.
Well, it doesn't matter anyhow because we're moving.
No, you're not tearing me loose anymore.
Do I have to spell it out?
You're not using me as an excuse again, Mom. Every time you can't face yourself, you want to move. You say it's because of me or the neighborhood or some other phony excuse. Now, I want to do one thing right. I'm not letting you run away. Dad?
Son, this is all happening so fast.
You better give me something, Dad. You better give me something. Mom?
Jimmy, you're very young, and a foolish decision could wreck your whole life.
Dad. Answer her. Are you going to stand up for me? Dad.
No, stop it. Stop. You'll kill him. Jim, do you want to kill your father?
Stop you guys right there. Let's go back to group view. Take your time, guys, coming out. Back to group view. Kevin, do you know that movie? You've been 100% on all the other things. Do you know this movie?
Not exactly. And so was Holden playing two parts there?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was,
the
wasn't
mom
he?
and dad. Yeah, he's just the reader.
Okay.
It was a cold
Yeah,
read.
it took
for-
me a minute to, I see. It took me a minute to figure that out.
Yeah, that's so this
the,
is
the emotion.
This is
The
Rebel without a
emotion was
cause.
there.
You hear me, Kevin? This is Rebel.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's a powerful movie.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
That
James
was
Dean
really
played
good.
one of the parts, and the guy that played in Gilligan's
Yeah.
Island, Thurston Howell, he played the dad.
You know, the director, Nicholas Ray, I used to know his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
her
what did you
name
think-
was
what did you-
Betty.
What did you think of Ryker? Not Holden, he's cold reading. What did you think of Ryker?
I thought they were both excellent. I thought Ryker was very good. He was very convincing as being what he was portraying. Very convincing. That was the way I would have approached my parents with the same kind of thing, same kind of arguments.
And I asked him not to try to be James Dean. No one's going to be James Dean or Marlon Brando.
No, I didn't get that out of him.
Not at all.
I did not get that from that at all.
Which is good. He had his own.
And touching on something you were talking about earlier, I did another Marlon Brando part from Apocalypse Now, where he was talking about war atrocities and how genius it was and how it took a lot of love to do that, and it was so twisted. I didn't know about coming out of that place, and it would bother me for days afterwards. Anytime I did that scene, so
you gotta know
it's
how to
very
come out.
important.
Yeah, very, very important.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Kevin, for your kind words.
Yeah.
Doc Anderson, any thoughts on what you witnessed, Ryker?
You know, I felt like it kind of took me back to when we were in acting school together in Hollywood, and how we get kind of, you know, real deep into the scene, and you forget about everything, forget about your day, forget about everything, and just really get into it. I really enjoyed it. It took me back and gave me some good memories. You're a great teacher, Tony.
Oh, thank you, Doc. I love working with you as well. Come by anytime. You're always welcome here. We're here every Wednesday. We try to do 6 to 7. Sometimes we go a little long when we have heavier scenes like this. Ryker, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I like this script a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't been able to, because I've been still doing acting class, but my class switches the scene every week.
Right.
And it's so nice to do the same, even though I've only been back home because I went on a trip, so I've had it a day, but it's been really nice to work on the same scene for, you know, over a week now. And I want to do this scene. I'm sorry, but I want to do this scene again next week, because, you know, I feel rusty on really improving my scene, because every audition you work on it, you get decent at it, and then you film it because you don't have time. But working on a piece and continuing to work on that one character, which is something that's the part about acting that I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, auditioning is fun, but, you know, finding a character and going deeper and deeper is way more fulfilling.
I think you would really enjoy theater. I think theater would help you.
I do.
Really, yeah. So I think you know, I chose this scene for you because I see a lot of that in you. And so not that lifestyle, but that, you know, the way that you approached it and using what we teach here and going deep into it, I think it was really wise. And then again, the Godfather scene that I chose for Cedric was another one I thought would be good for Cedric, and Holden did an amazing job. And I didn't choose that piece for Holden to break out, but he took advantage and he did. So you guys, I choose pieces for you that I think you might need a little push or a little shove. And so I'm seeing that. I did that with Avery a lot when Avery was one of my private students. He was one of my first students in this reformation of whatever BSA is. He was one of the first students, he and Kelsey Lee. So Avery, any comments on what you witnessed?
Yeah, I over the past week, I've had a lot of serious, very emotional self-tapes I've had to do. And definitely a lot of the training coming with learning how to dive deep into that, especially just different types of, scenarios that you have to dive into, learning how to go in and out of both, or going in and out of deep stuff is hard, and it takes a lot of practice. And not only that, but doing so, being able to let go and go there willingly is the first biggest step you have to take. And it can be scary sometimes, going that deep. It is addicting, but it's definitely that first step that a lot of people stop at before they have that big break. And it's really satisfying seeing people that have taken that step, seeing how easy it is or not necessarily how easy it is, but how comfortable they are going there after they take that step. And I think you did really good with that.
Thank you so much. So you're going to do a cold read monologue, or what are you doing for us today?
Yeah, it's a small little thing I made.
Okay, so we're going to give Avery the spotlight. Round of applause for Ryker and Holden. Thank you so much. Ryker, you did a great job. Holden, great job reading. Ryker, amazing. Like, you really have a bright future ahead of you. And Holden, you do as well. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep experimenting and keep going deeper and find your way through it. So what works for you may not work for somebody else. But what you guys are doing, I'm seeing you're headed down the right path. You have a bright future. All of you guys here today, bright future. Ray, bright future. Keep going. Keep going. With that being said, let's spotlight Avery Davis, and then we're going to wrap up with Dom on the harmonica, and we're going to close out by thanking our guests. So thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to walk in. Give me a sec. All right, let me know when I'm good.
All right, I'll back him, Dom, and we're good to go whenever you're ready. Action.
Squeeze me. Wow. I am so happy to see so many familiar faces today. It has been too long. I'll start by saying what a wonderful couple Gary and Mabel have always been. The perfect king and Kong for each other. I remember when Gary was just this little guy wanting to become an astronaut, and here I am still wondering where my car keys are. Which, by the way, if anyone sees them, please let me know. Little Chewbacca keychain on it, the guy. Yeah, you get it. Because called AAA and they said 4 hours minimum to get up here. So, a funny story about the last time I saw Mabel. I was over at the old man's house, and I was there to fix a fridge. I remember I saw this huge bug. I screamed when I saw it. I took the drill and I drilled it into the fridge. They had to get some repair jockey to come fix the hole, but Mabel said to me, "Cortland, you didn't have to drill a hole into it. There's only a mommy short arms." What? Right, daddy long legs. Goes to show how much I know about beetles. Anyways, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say we are happy for y'all to be together. To togetherness for forever. You want me to go? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, back to group view. I love it, Avery.
I'm sorry.
Avery, that was so fun to watch. I like the sound effects and the bigness, and you've really come a long way as well. Now, did you say you wrote this, or this is just something wrote this?
Yeah.
Wow, that doesn't seem like anything you would write, but I'm really impressed.
Really good.
Let's go to Kevin if he's around. Kevin, any thoughts? Mr. Gallagher, he looked like he's not here. Let's go to Doc while we're waiting for Kevin to come back. There he is. Kevin G, are you there? All right, we'll go Doc first, then Kevin. Doc Anderson, what are your thoughts?
So you wrote that yourself. That was very good. I love the sound effects of the brrr. That was good. Funny. I'm chuckling, and good job, man. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
These kids got a lot of talent, don't they, Doc?
Yeah, this is really good. You have a good team here, Tony.
Yeah, they're good. Now, so a little bragging on Avery. Avery got to work with Kelly Clarkson in the Super Bowl commercial. So that's kind of a big deal. He got to work with Steven Spielberg in Ready Player One already. That's kind of a big deal. Avery's had a great career already. So we're going to see him do bigger and bigger things, book his own TV show. He's a director now, so he may just direct and write his own projects. So we'll see. We'll see the path he takes, but very proud of you, Avery. So Kevin, you want to say something? Mr. Gallagher, thank you, Doc.
I just caught the tail end of it. What I saw was really good, but I wish I would have seen the whole thing.
Oh, you can watch this on the playback at your convenience.
Yeah,
so
I will. I will. Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be up tomorrow or the next day, depending on Dom. If we make it through the rest of the night with nobody cursing, it might go up tonight. It might go up tonight if we don't have to edit.
Don't you dare!
Don't, please, y'all, please. Like, I've listened to Dom rant about this. He is.
Hey, Dom.
Dom, jump in the spotlight real quick.
Dom, you're about to hate me.
Oh yeah, you gotta play some harmonica.
Ew. What? No, I'm kidding.
Jump in the spotlight, Dom.
Yeah, right now it's on group view, so everybody's in.
Oh, good. I didn't know that. Okay, so Dom is our editor and stage director. And if you ever notice the links go up later and later and later, that's because I don't tell my guests don't curse. And they seem to forget that there's young adults on here. When I had Faithlyn, she was 5 or 6. Ella Grace is 12. We had Haley, and we had, on and on Harper. And I mean, these are all young kids. And then, it's a pretty mature group, but they watch the links. So Dom does that hard work of editing, and that's the deal. So thank you guys for being.
And if the software complies, we have a swear-free show.
We'll see. We're not done yet. We're running really long. We've got one more piece from you, Dom. I think you're going to bring us home. Let's say bye to Doc Anderson. So Ryker, what did you think of our guest tonight, Doc Anderson? You want to say any comments to him? Ryker, he's frozen. Hey, Ryker, let's get you off mute. Let's thank our guests. We're going to say goodbye to Doc and to Kevin and our graduate Avery. Is your mic not on?
Hello. I want to say bye. I was waiting for all of us to do it together. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very, very much for coming on. It was lovely. Avery, by the way, your performance was fantastic. I didn't get to say it because I don't get to usually speak after it, but I really, really enjoyed it. And it seems like such a fun monologue to do that I might want to try it. But that was brilliant. And thank you, of course, for coming on, Mr. Anderson, as well. It was lovely hearing your story, too. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And I think Avery and Ryker, you guys should do a scene together. I think there might be something you guys could find. So think about it. Think about what you guys might want to do. Holden. Kevin, wait. I'll come to you in a sec, Kevin. Holden, what'd you think of tonight as a whole?
I had a lot of fun tonight. I did two pieces, and I had a lot of fun. And I think everybody did phenomenal. I honestly got the vibe from season 1, where every class, it was spectacular, and it was a showcase. Every single class. I just said class, every single class. Today felt like a day from season 1. It really did.
Yep. So that's why we went a little longer, because we're going deeper into this stuff. So sometimes I think it's important for the people watching and for you guys to really just take your time, and what happens is what happens. And you guys were great. I agree. Let's go. I'm going to come to you, Kevin. Let's go to.
Thank you, Kevin, for the kind
Ray,
words.
Ray, what are your thoughts, Ray? Are you enjoying the school so far?
I'm loving it. I mean, everybody did a great job today. I just got out of my comfort zone. I feel even more comfortable. I'm ready for the next stage. I'm ready.
Amen. You keep coming back. You got a bright future too. Let's go to Kevin Gallagher. You had something to say, sir?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Doc. I haven't seen you in years, man. I'm so glad to see you here tonight. And it's somebody's birthday up there. I saw some kind of announcement.
No, it was whose birthday?
Was it
I think it was
Amanda's?
Doc's wife. Yeah, Doc's wife. She just had her 21st birthday again.
Doc,
Hey,
okay. Since OK Corral, so happy to see you.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up. Dom, do you want to say anything real quick, and then I'm going to say bye to Doc and let him say some words?
Okay, all of the guests, thank you again for coming. It's great to have everyone here, everybody's opinion. You're all awesome. It's good to see Avery. We haven't seen you inside a while here. Kevin, always wonderful to see you. Doc, nice to meet you. Awesome performances today, and no editing, and the mandolin is stringed and ready.
Oh, play something.
I will inside a second. Say bye to Doc first.
Okay. So Doc Anderson, thank you so much for coming to BSA. And it really is inspired by Ivan Markota, who was, our big papa at Vanmar Academy Motion Picture and Television Acting. And I've just been doing everything I can to try to keep his name alive. We have a scholarship. Zack has got the Vanmar Academy scholarship. We've given out a Steve Cardwell scholarship as well. And we're just doing what we can to try to keep his spirit alive. We're having a 10-year reunion in a couple years. We're already getting the shirts out. And if you want to participate in organizing that, we're going to have a performance at a live theater. We're going to go to dinner together. We're going to, maybe even go to his grave. And we're just going to try to get back together on Zoom and in person. So this is my version of just trying to keep his name alive. So I'm glad you're here. You were like the closest to him. You and I were. We all loved him. But I know you had a special bond with Ivan. So thank you so much for being part of this offshoot. Any comments you have, sir?
Well, I appreciate you inviting me tonight, and I've really, really enjoyed it. My heart is full, my spirit is full, and you're a great teacher as always. And I use the things that you taught me. I use them every Sunday when I preach.
Oh,
so I love you, brother, and I appreciate you. And one thing, when we were in Hollywood together, you and I had went to this particular place and connected with the White House crew. And so that's still going. My wife is on the phone right now with our White House team on a Zoom call with them as I'm talking with you. So as I leave here, I'm going to go to a Zoom call with the White House team right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you never know, you never know the connections you're going to get. I just want to encourage your students to stick with you, because you're going to bring them places.
Oh, thank you, Doc. Well, your first book's Punk to Pastor. You're going to be Pastor to the President. That's the next book.
yeah. That
Love it.
made me the leader of the White House team a couple of weeks ago. So the White House called our team the other day and said nobody can get to them unless they go through us. So, and that was done from you, brother. You set that up years ago. So still pushing, man.
The man above, the man above. All right, Doc. Well, we're really proud. You can come back anytime you want. Happy birthday to your lovely wife. And let's get Dom in here. He's going to play us out with either his harmonica, his mandolin, his guitar, his voice. You never know. He's the stage director. He's in control. I'm not. I'm just here to coach you guys along. What does Dom have in store for us today? Take it away, Dom. Big round of applause for tonight's class. You guys all did really, really, really amazing. I'm really proud of you.
Lots of fun. Everything's happening here. So I'm going to go ahead and try. Can I spotlight myself? Let me see.
Didn't you get that like 2 days ago?
I just got this thing yesterday and I'm already ready to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. I want to hear it. Let's do it. I heard a little bit. It's amazing.
Okay. There we go. Got my keyboard on the ground so I can have my lyrics on a foot pedal. So yeah, I'm interesting like that. Let's have some fun. Hold on. Well, it's new strings.
I love it, man.
Thank
You just
Yesterday,
go for it.
y'all.
You just
I
pick it
just
up.
bought this instrument yesterday, and I'm already playing it like crazy.
Exactly. You just pick it up. So you get it in tune next week, and we'll have you kill it for us. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Really impressed at your willingness to just try anything. And I'm really happy you're not around any planes with open doors, because I know you jump out.
I love planes with open doors. Don't you?
All right, let's wrap up the show.
This is why.
We'll do our credit roll, guys. I'll see you guys in your private classes, and next week you guys will do another wonderful showcase here at BSA Live.
Oh, nice.
All right, Dom's running around like a crazy man, getting ready to wrap
I'm
up.
nuts, I tell you.
All right, bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching
God.
BSA Live. I'm Teacher Tony, and we hope to see you here next week. Bye. You guys, cheers to you. This episode brought to you by Dr. Anderson. You want your life saved? Reach out to Dr. Anderson. See you next week.
Hey guys, it's Kendall. Thank you so much for watching the show. Please make sure you check out our BSA channel and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
And as you guys know from last week, if you're ever in a car accident, hopefully Dom's near you, because he has his first aid kit and his stethoscope. All right, we'll see you guys next week. That's a wrap. We're done.
We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.